It's a parade ground in the centre of town. It's absolutely vast and it's absolutely chocker as well. Difficult to get an estimate on the numbers, but many, many, many thousands. And it's the same on every bit of open land around the whole of the city. Roundabouts, parks, anything you can think of. People are outside their buildings, their houses. Some of them, of course, have been severely damaged. Some of them have collapsed, but many are just too dangerous to be inside because there have been this continuing aftershocks. Also driving around some of the very large buildings, the larger buildings here have huge cracks in the walls, look very unstable indeed, and of course there is a great concern that people are still relatively near to them, and if there is another major aftershock some of these buildings could fall down. So by all accounts a considerable concern amongst the population here. As we often see in these type of incidents, the rumour mill is continuous about a massive earthquake coming. Of course, they don't know that, but that's what is forcing people to leave any type of housing to try and get into these areas. It's been a bit chaotic here. The army have arrived today and have started putting up tents, and they choose who goes in it by families. As I say, it's not particularly well organised, but the people have been happily, if you like, at least getting inside some of these bigger tents. But there's very little supplies coming to them. The markets are closed, the shops are closed, any food that's here has become extremely expensive. We know that there are supplies of water being brought here a couple of times a day, but that's pretty much it. And a lot of people you speak to are saying they really thought there'd be more help coming to them in Kathmandu by now. There is aid, actually quite a lot of it arriving at the airport. I was seeing it today, but much of the focus, I suppose, is not so much to be here, but actually the outlying areas. Some significant towns and lots of villages just haven't been reached yet, and there's no communications coming from them. So they're just difficult to assess the needs outside of the capital and outside of the major cities. So an ongoing relief effort, more people arriving all the time, and it can't come soon enough.